Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Die. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Dies Shorts, and it's going to be a quick one. I need to make up some note cards, and I thought, we can do this together, and I just pulled out a bunch of different stuff. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona, so welcome. So during the video premiere, I'm in the chat room, so head on over there. That's where I'll be with my friends. If you are watching the replay and you have a question or a comment, leave it below, and then YouTube lets me know, and then I can reach out to you. All right, well, first off, I want to thank everybody who placed orders yesterday for the stamp set, or the stamps and the tools sale. I grabbed some stuff myself. I love that whenever we have that sale, anytime we have a sale. But it was great to have the tools added because I needed to get some grid sheets. I forget what else I got. But so yeah, because I go through grid sheets like crazy. So anyways, all right, so I just want to thank you for placing those orders. All right, so I'm going to get started so I can get off here. I would talk your ear off if I could. So close your eyes for a second while I get my camera adjusted. Okay, so to make my cards, because I'm only going to make one for the video, but like when the video is over, I'm going to make a bunch, but I'm just going to show you how quick and easy this is to put together. So I'm using the Textured Notes die. This is an awesome die because it gives you some really fun shapes, but it has like these textures around the edge, so it's really, really fun. All right, I'm also using Elements of Text. I have been playing with this a little bit, but it makes some really fun like collage. I did use this on my August mini masterpiece. I did use pieces of this, but I wanted to make a card with it. I also needed to get a greeting because I'm also using prairie grass, but I didn't want to use any of these greetings, so I grabbed my beautiful motifs because I wanted these are a little solider greetings, and I just wanted it to be like one line. All right, and I'm also going to just make these be a note card. So we have note card and envelopes in the catalog, and they come like already scored and ready to go. Now they're a little smaller than your regular size card, but that's fine because I just needed some note cards to send things out. So what I did was, now I did play with some colors, and I'll show you those colors once I get the card done, because I was trying to figure out what color I wanted to use, so I did a whole bunch of different arrangements. I can't even talk. All right, so I chose Summer Splash and Secret Sea because I wanted it to be dark, but I didn't want it to be black. All right, so I'm going to go Summer Splash, and I'm picking the text that's kind of long because it does have a circle, and I'll show you because I did do one in a circle. I'll show you that as well once I get the card done. But I ended up going with just this long one instead. All right, and I'm just going to stamp that in the center there. It also comes with this really fun little splatter, and you know me, I love splatter. I mean, I splatter all the time with my blends, but this one actually has a stamp that makes like a little splatter. So I'm just going to splatter a little bit on the card so it looks like you've dropped your ink pad or whatever. And then the Secret Sea, so I'm going to do the grass because it has a bigger this prairie grass is so cool because it's got this big one. Now in my head I was going to use this one, but it was just too big. This one was I could have used this one. This is smaller, but I loved this one. It had a little bit more with the cattails, so I chose that one. And then the Secret Sea. And I'm just going to stamp that right over top. So see, it's dark because I wanted it to look like a silhouette, but I wanted to have a little bit of color instead of just black. All right, now this one, I'm going to have it say just a note. So just right under there, just a note. Close my pads. All right. Then I cut a piece of the Summer Splash because this was with this die. Let me get my magical ruler out here with all the little correct measurements so I don't have to say two inches in a dit. All right, so this is, once you cut it out with a die, it is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I wanted this to be 1/4 of an inch bigger, so it's 3 by 4 1/2. Because these cards, and I'm still just letting that dry a little bit before I mess with it too much. So these are the little note cards I was telling you about. So they come already scored. They come with little envelopes. And once you score them, these are 3 1/2 by 5. So this is just going to go right on here. So it was the perfect size. Now before I glue on here, I'm going to take my scissors, my snips. You can do it with your bone folder. And I'm just going to rough the edge up a little bit. And this just makes that paper, it gives the paper a little bit of something, something, so it's not plain. And it makes it look like thicker. And then I'm just going to glue this right on here. So it's fairly simple. And then I'll show you some other colors I did. Because you could make a whole bunch of different colors of the same card over and over. Just change your colors. And then whatever, like I just chose the lighter of the two to frame it. But, you know, use at least one of them to frame your image. And then this just goes on here. So easy and simple. And there is a really quick note card. So I did one earlier and I just had it be thinking of you. So it can be, you know, whatever. But let me show you these other ones I did when I was messing around because I couldn't decide what color I was going to use. So this is the color that I ended up using. So this was the Summer Splash and Secret Sea. And that's the one I ended up going with. I also tried Coastal Cabana and Secret Sea. So I did like that. But the Coastal Cabana was just a little bit lighter and I wanted to go a little bit darker. So that's why I went to Summer Splash. I also tried Highland and Old Olive. So these are just my little samples. They're not stamped perfectly. These are Garden Green and Grape. And then you would just back them with, like this one could be backed with the Grape, or even the Garden Green might look, you know, nice back there. This was Grape and Memento, and you can see why I went with a color instead of the Memento, because I still wanted it to be a silhouette, but I wanted to have a little bit of color instead of just black. And then here is Blueberry and Azure, and this one was kind of cool. This one gave me a real beachy kind of feeling, so I liked that one. And then I'll just set these aside so I can refer back to them. And then this is the one that had the circle. So this is the one I did first. So I did it with the Highland and the Memento, because when I did the circle and I put the little splatters around the edge, and it looked really cool because it kind of went around that circle really nice. But when I stamped just that one, there was a lot of bare space over here. So I thought, well, I'll add the grass. And then it was just too much. So that's when I decided, well, I'm going to go with a note card. And then that made me pull out the rectangle one. And I loved that a lot better for this card. So that's kind of how my mind works when I'm working on classes or, cards for my channel or whatever. I just kind of play around with colors and see what I like and what I like best. All right, so let me say, see you later, alligator. So that was really a quick one. So did you like any of those other colors better than the one I picked? It was just really fun and really quick, because sometimes I just need to make a bunch of cards, make them be quick. The note cards are a great size for like gift cards and things like that. Because they're not as small as like Diana, get your head together. The Memories and More cards and envelopes, they are not as small as those cards. So these ones, I don't have an issue, popping those in the mail. The Memories and More ones, they're a little bit smaller, so then I would put those in a regular size envelope. But these are fun, and they do come with, their envelope. If you are worried about it, you could simply, pop that in, a regular size envelope. What's nice about making them simple like this is they don't weigh a whole lot. So if you do put them in a regular size envelope as well, it shouldn't weigh too much that would need an extra postage stamp. So anyway, yeah, that was a very, very quick video, but like I said, I just needed to make those. I thought we could make them together. And so I love that prairie grass stamp set. I love all the ones I used, and especially that one with the, what was that, the text, elements of text, because it's just got some really fun, because it has like two splatters, right? Like it's got this splatter and then that bigger one, so I used this one today. But you know me, I love splattering. All right, so I'm going to stop blabbing. I will see you Monday for my Mimeograph Monday with a Twist, and that will be at 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. All right, bye for now.